So x plus 3 power 5. Everyone is done? Right. So once it is done from everyone's end, next question is right now. Next second question. Next question. Find the binomial expression of x square plus 1 power 3. X square plus 1 power 3. X square plus 1 power 3 is find the binomial expression of x square plus 1 power 3. What is x value and what is r value? Now what is x value, what is r value? What is x value and what is r value? N is equal to n is equal to 3, r is equal to 0 to 3. Right. So first write the expression. What is the expression? What is the expression? 3c0 x square power 3 1 power 0. అంతేనా? 3c0 x square power 3 1 power 0. Okay, next plus 3c1 చెప్పాలి. 3c1 x square power 2 1 power 1 plus 3c2 x square power 1 or 3 or 1 power 2 plus 3c3 x square power 0 1 power 3. అంతేనా? ఇంకేమనుందా? That is our equation, right? Now tell me again, if you are simplifying 3c0 x power enta x power 3 into 2, what is the value? 3 into 2 x power 6 into 1 plus 3c1 x power 4 1 plus 3c2 x power 2 ఉందా? x square అంటే కదా, x square 1 plus 3c3 1. Hey, x square power 0. 6 4 2 and 3c3. Okay, now simplify the value. What you will be getting? 3c0 is equal to what is the value for 3c0? It is 1, which is equal to 3c3. Next 3c1 is equal to 3, which is equal to 3c, which is equal to 3c2. అంతేనా? Right. So next step, substitute the values. X square plus 1 power 3 is equal to expand the value. What we will be getting? X power 6 plus 3x power 4 and 3x power 4 plus 3x square plus ఏమొస్తుంది 1. అంతేనా? This is the binomial expression for our given equation, x square plus 1 power 3. Right? Clear? Written everyone? Copied? మీరు ఆల్రెడీ చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఇబ్బంది లేదు. Okay? So if you are not doing, just follow, copy, and don't say that how one has come. Okay? So you have to substitute the values. 3c0 is equal to 3 factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. That is 3 factorial by what value you will be calculating? 3 minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. So which will give us 3 factorial by 3 factorial, which is equal to 1. Okay. ఆ values already మీకు తెలుసు అని చెప్పేసి డైరెక్ట్ గా రాస్తున్న values. Finish. Everyone finished? Boys and girls completed? Right. Next, write the question. Find the seventh term. Find the seventh term. I am erasing. Everyone has copied, right? Find the seventh term. Find the seventh term. Okay, seventh term. Find the seventh term in the expansion of x plus 2 power 10. In the expansion of x plus 2 power 10. Okay, find the seventh term in the expansion of x plus 2 power 10. Right, so what is the answer? How you will be getting the answer? What is required? What is required? What is required? Seventh term is required. Okay. So if you want to get the seventh term, what is your R value? R value will be if you want to get seventh term, your R value is 6 or 0 to 6. Hey, summation అడగట్లేదు ఎక్కడ ఎవరు మిమ్మల్ని సెవెంత్ టర్మ్ కావాలి. 8 టర్మ్స్ చేస్తే సెవెంత్ టర్మ్ వస్తుంది. యువర్ ఆర్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్ టర్మ్ యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ యువర్ సెవెంత్ టర్మ్. 0 to 6 మళ్ళీ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి ఏం చేస్తారు? See, if your R value is 1, your term is how many terms you will be getting? If your n value is equal to 1, how many terms you will be getting? N is equal to 1, how many terms? 2 terms. So n is equal to 6, how many terms? 7 terms. అంటే ఫార్ములా ఏం రావాలి ఇక్కడ మనకి? జనరల్ టర్మ్ ఫార్ములా రావాలి. జనరల్ టర్మ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ది జనరల్ టర్మ్? దట్ ఈస్ n plus 1 is equal to term here asked is seventh term. Okay, that is clear. Question is clear. We need t7, t of 7, that is term 7 we need, right? So t of 7 etla vastundi? In general t of 6 plus 1 if you are going to do, we will be getting t of seventh term. So what is the general formula? That is t of r plus 1. T of r plus 1 general formula is చెప్పండి. సమ్మేషన్ కాకుండా జనరల్ చెప్పండి. HCR, what is the general term? General formula HCR x power okay, a power HCR, a power n minus r, p power r. ఇక్కడ మన కావాల్సిన టర్మ్ ఏంటి? జనరల్ టర్మ్ ఫస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్. ఓకే, సో t of r plus 1 is equal to ఏం రాస్తావు? NCR a of n minus r, p power r. Okay, that is for sure. Okay, so here we need sixth term, that is seventh term we need. R value is fixed. R value is what? What is your R value and what is your n value? N value is 10. N is fixed already. Okay, n value is 10. R value is R value. See, R value ఏది ఉంటే మీకు సెవెంత్ టర్మ్ వస్తుంది? 6 ఉంటే సెవెంత్ టర్మ్ వస్తుంది కదా. So what is your R value? 6, right? then substitute in that particular formula. Substitute చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? T of 6 plus 1 is equal to n value ఎంత? 10 C 6. What is A? Instead of A we are having X. So X n minus R. N minus R అంటే 10 minus 6. What is the value? 4 into P power R. P power place లో మనకేముంది? 2. What is R value? 2 power 6. Okay. So what is the final value? 10C6 x power 4 2 power 6. Right? So if you want to elaborately write, you can write here 10 minus 6. Okay? For x value, you can write it as so if you are writing x 10 minus 6 2 power R value is 6. So it will become 10C6 x power 4 2 power 6, which is the required term. Okay. So no need to write from 0 to 6 or 0 to 5 or 0 to 7. So when you know the general formula, generalized formula, you can write the answer. Okay. So what is the coefficient of seventh term? What is the coefficient of seventh term? For the same question, what is the coefficient? Coefficient. See, coefficient you will be calculating for either x or you will be calculating for x, y, b, a. So in the given equation, what we are having, x or a? X. So whatever the numbers that we are having towards left side and right side apart from x is our coefficient for the seventh term. Okay, what is the coefficient now? 10C6 2 power 6 is the coefficient for seventh term. Okay, seventh term coefficient is 10C6 2 power 6. Okay, so coefficients are the values which are in numbers or which are not of the form x. Okay, x gaani, y gaani, a gaani, b gaani ledu కానీ values మనకు అందులో ఉన్నవి అంటే that is our coefficient value. Okay, so seventh term coefficient is 10C6 2 power 6. Clear? Right now. One more problem, but in different manner. Write the question. Find the number of terms in the expression. Find the number of terms. Find the number of terms. Find the number of terms. Am I everyone copying? Copying is done. Find the number of terms in the expansion. Find the number of terms in the expansion of 1 plus 2x plus x square. 1 plus 2x plus x square power 50. Power 50. Find the number of terms in the expansion of 1 plus 2x plus x square power 50. 50. Right. Tell me whether can we solve this problem or not. Check with the equation. How many variables are there? S Check with the equation how many variables are there. Any equation of variables? 3. But how many are required for evaluating binomial equation? Only 2. Okay. Now check whether can we convert the given equation into binomial or not. Can we convert the given equation into binomial or not? So what is the kind of equation it is? So it is in the form of a plus b whole square. If you are checking keenly, it is of the form a plus b whole square. Okay. So what is your a value and what is your b value? What is your a value and what is your b value? A is equal to 1, b is equal to a is equal to 1, b is equal to a is equal to 1, b is equal to x. So because a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here it is 1 square plus 2 into 1 into x plus x square. Okay. So now what you will be doing? What you will be doing? 1 plus 2x plus x square power 50 is equal to, we are converting it into the form of binomial. So when you are converting it into the form of binomial, what is it is coming? 1 plus x square or cube? 1 plus x square or x cube? 1 plus x power 2. Okay. So is the equation completely completed? So we are ready to write the power. Okay. So 1 plus x square power 50. This is the equation. Okay. Now simplify it. So n is equal to, what you will be getting? N is equal to 1 plus x power 100. Okay. So 1 in 1 power 50 and 1 power 100 and 1 power 1000 and 1 over plus x power 2 into 50, 100. N value is 1 plus x power 100. Okay. N value is x power 100. Now tell me, is the answer is completed? Em adigaru? Number of terms adigaru. Okay. So when you are having n value, what is the number of terms in the given one? N plus 1. So number of terms in 1 plus x power 100 is? Number of terms in 1 plus x power 100 is? Simply. So in those n plus 1, right? So n is equal to 100. So what is the value? 101. So what is the coefficients of 1 plus x power 100? Coefficients of 1 plus x power 100. Coefficients of 1 plus x power 100. Coefficient. That is also 101. Okay. Coefficient is also 101 and your nth term, sorry, a number of terms in 1 plus x power 100 is also 101. Okay. Clear? Up to here you are clear with binomial theorem, permutations and combinations, right? And counting principles and all those concepts, whatever we have covered so far. Clear? Not still any doubts? Just check with your notes, check with your understanding. So if anything is to be repeated or anything you want to know more from the third unit, you can let me know. Okay? So take 2 minutes or 5 minutes of time. Just confirm whether you are clear or not for the first part of your third unit. Okay? So still we need to go with the multinomial theorem. that you will understand very well if you have understood biomechanics. Okay? Just check it here. Right now, clear? Is any doubts from the first part? Any doubts from the first part of your unit 3? You can raise the questions. I am here to answer. Okay? Right. So everyone is clear with whatever the topics that we have covered? Clear? Right. So next keep this heading as multinomial theorem. Multinomial theorem. Right on. Write this heading as multinomial theorem. Okay. Multinomial theorem. Right. So when you are going for binomial theorem, when the variable size is only 2. When it is coming for multinomial theorem, it has to be 3 or more than 3. Okay. Not 2, 3 or more than 3. Then you are supposed to use your multinomial theorem. Okay. So write down x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 power n is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 power n is equal to, okay, directly we will be writing the formula and we will be jumping into the problem. N factorial by is equal to n factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial into n4 factorial, right, up to n factorial, right, n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial, right, into what are the x values that we are having, up to n we are having. Okay, so x1 power n, x2 power x1 power n1, x2 power n2, x3 power n3, x4 power n4, up to xn power xn power n. Okay, xn power n. Right. So that is our generalized formula for our equation. Or else you can say it as x of k is equal to n power k. xk is equal to nk. xk is equal to nk. Okay. Right. So now directly jump into the problem. Find the coefficient of example. Find the coefficient of x cube, y cube, z square. Find the coefficient of x cube, y cube, z square. Find the coefficient of x cube, y cube, z square. In the expansion of 2x minus 3y, 2x minus 3y plus 5z, 2x minus 3y plus 5z power 8. Okay, x cube, y cube, z square is the expansion of 2x minus 3y plus 5z power 8. Okay, so what is x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 value? That is, if you are substituting in your generalized formula, what is that value? So in general formula we have written no, x1 plus x2 plus x3 power 8 we have written, right? So what is the equation that you are supposed to write over here in this problem? Is there any term with the help of power? Is there any term with the help of power in the given question? Yes, do you have any question with the power? Any equation with the power? Are you having it or not? Do you have any equation or any letter with power in the given question? Do you have it? If you are yes, what is the term or what is the sequence? What is the letter or what is the sequence that you are having with power? What is the value? 2x minus 3y plus 5z power 8. So that is our x power n value. Okay, left side value is 2x minus 3y plus 5z power 8. Right. Is equal to, what is the value we are supposed to write? What is the value we are supposed to write? N factorial by n1 into n2 into n3 up to nk value. So what is the value of n over here? 8. That is 8 factorial we are writing on the upper hand by how many values we are having over here left side? How many values we are having? 3 values. That is n value is 3. n1, n2 and n3. That we need to find out. What is n1 value, what is n2 value and what is n3 value. Okay. So n1 into n2 into n3. n1 into n2 into n3. Right. Still it is not finished. Right side. What are the values that are left? n1 value. What is n1 value towards left side? What is n1 value towards left side? What is that? 2x. So 2x power, what we will be writing? 2x power n1 we will be writing, not n. So this is complete value. N value is 8. So how you will be getting? Based on your n1, n2, n3. n1 plus n2 plus n3 must be equal to 8 at the end. But we don't know what is n1 value, n2 value and n3 value. Okay, that we need to find out. Right? So 2x power n1. Next, n2 value is minus 3y power n2. Next, n3 value 5z power n3. Okay, 2x power n1 minus 3y power n2, right, into 5z power n3. Right. So do we have any idea about n value? As of now we are not having any idea about n value, right? So when you are writing 2x power n1, that n1 value has to be powered with 2, at the same time that one has to be powered with x. If you are writing for 3y, n2 value has to be powered with y, n2 value has to be powered with 3, that is minus 3. So if you are writing n3, that n3 value has to be powered with 5, n3 value has to be powered with z also. Okay, so we will be writing in the next step that expansion itself. Okay, so what we will be writing is equal to again 8 factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial into, right? So 2 power n1 into x power n1 minus 3 power n2 into y power n1, sorry, into 5 power n3 into z z power n3. Okay, those values we will be writing. So what we have done? We have taken the equation, we have kept in the formula, we have expanded it. Now we are trying to get the values for x, that is n1, n2 and n3. Okay, so now check, do we have any power values in the given question? Power values are there anywhere? Power values are there anywhere? Power values are there anywhere? Do we have power values? So we are provided with coefficient of x power 3, y power 3 and z power 2. Okay, so those values we are going to replace with our n1 values and n2 values. How we are going to replace? Let us see right now. Okay, so how you will be replacing x power 3? X power 3. So here you are having x value, y value and z value. Right. So here also you are having x value, y value and z value. Right. So first you take x power 3, that is x power n1 is equal to x power n1 is equal to x power 3. What is n1 value? N1 value is 3, because when you are equating with the equation, you will be getting n1 is equal to 3. Okay, so n1 is equal to 3, that we came to know. Now y power n2 is equal to y power 3. What is n2 value? What is n2 value? Again it is 3. n2 is equal to 3. Next, z power n3 is equal to z power 2, which is n3 is equal to n3 value. n3 is equal to, what is the value? 2. Right. So we are having a condition. What is that condition? Your n value must be equal to all the summation of your terms, n1 plus n2 plus n3. Check. n1 value is 3, n2 value is 3, n3 value is 2. Sum all these things. What is the total value? 8 only. So are we correct, or do we go anywhere wrong? That is, are we moving in a wrong direction? We are not moving in a wrong direction. We found n1 value, n2 value and n3 value. Now we will be replacing all these values into our equation. Okay. So now we came to know what is n1, we came to know what is n2, we came to know what is n3. Right. Now substitute the values. Substitute the values. So what we will be getting? Once you substitute your values, what we will be getting? What you will be getting? 8 factorial divided by 8 factorial divided by, what is my n1 value? 3 factorial into n2 value 3 factorial into n3 value 2 factorial into, what is 2 power n1? What is 2 power? n1 value is 3 into x power n1, that is x power, what is my value? X power 3. What is my value? X power 3 is, what is my value? X power 3. For x power 3, what is the value? X power 3 is going to be remained as is. X values, y values, z values, we are not going to replace, because we have not got any values related to x, y, z. Okay. So that part we will be writing at the later part. That is, first we will be substituting the values, then we will be writing x power 3, y power 3, z power 2. Okay. So 2 power 3. Next, minus 3 power n2. What is n2 value? It is 3 power 3. Next y power n3, sorry, z power n3. What is z value? So minus 3 power 3. Next z value is 2. That is 5 power 2. Right. So here we will be writing x power 3, y power 3, z power 2. Summarize, that is evaluate the equation, that is simplify the equation, then we will be getting the final answer. Okay, that is our multinomial theorem. Right. So we will be having n factorial by n1 into n2 into x3 into x1 power n1, x2 power n2, x3 power n3 up to the terms whatever we have, those terms are going to be included. Right. So based on the given equation you will be getting the final values. Okay. So once you are simplifying this equation you will be getting the final answer. That is our final answer for multinomial theorem or for this particular problem. Okay. So simplified equation we have written, that is multinomial theorem equation we have written, and we have done with the problem. Right. Clear? Multinomial theorem problem, how you need to evaluate, that is how you need to execute or how you need to perform the operations. Clear? Multinomial theorem, clear or not? అర్థమైంది కాదు పోయింది? Into your brains or out of brains? Out or in? So first you will be having x values, that is x1 to xn values we will be having, right? So there we will be having power n value equal to n factorial by n1 into n2 into n3, right? So x1 power n1, x2 power n2, x3 power n3 up to xn power kn or xk comma nk, right? So that is the equation we will be having. So in that is the equation we will be having for multinomial theorem. So we will be asked to find the coefficient, or we will be asked to find the coefficient only. Okay. So in that what we need to do, we need to take power value towards the left side, that is whenever the value is there as power n, we have to take it towards the left side and you have to go on substituting your n value and n1 into n3. Okay. So once you are done with the n1 into n3 values, what are the values that we don't know, right? So how we are going to get those values? So whenever you are applying those terms, here you will be splitting your terms, right? So x power n1, y power n2, z power n3, or whatever the terms are available in the equation, you will be getting towards right side, and towards your left side also you will be having the terms. Just relate the terms towards left side and right side with the given equation. Okay, with the given equation you equate, then you will be coming to know the n1 to nn values. Okay, so those values must be equal to your n value. Okay, if it is 8, it must be equal to 8. If it is 9, it must be equal to 9. If it is 10, it must be equal to 10. Okay, so once the n1, n2, n3 values are we get, that is once we get the values of n1, n2, n3, substitute the values in the equation. Substitute the values in the equation, but don't bother about the x, y, z terms. We are not going to bother about those terms because we are going to simplify this particular equation itself. Okay, so once it is simplified, our answer is completed, right? That is multinomial theorem. Still anything is to be known for multinomial theorem? Now it is okay? Now it is okay, or still something is lacking? Is it is okay or something is missing, or you have not understood anything of multinomial theorem? Up to binomial you said you are given the answers. Just focus on this. Clear or not? Just keep it. Clear? multinomial theorem. Is it okay? Right? Okay or not? Right, so once it is done, just copy the equation, that is, copy the text. I will give you one more problem, then we can write. That is one problem we have done. Simplification is yet to be completed. You simplify the equation. Okay? So once you are clear, then I will give you one more problem and I will give you the final destination, that is values of n1, n2, n3. Then you can again replace them. Copy it. Copying is completed. Completed or not? Just copy it. So from here onwards you have to simplify. Okay? Just don't leave it as is. It will be kept for a long period. If you are keeping it as is, it will be kept for the long period. That is, at the time of example, you will be opening notes, right? So at that time, you won't be understanding what is equation and what is all. Okay? So try to finish it off. Completed. Copying is done. Copying is completed. Right. Then next, write the next question. Find the coefficient of. Find the coefficient of. Find the coefficient of a square b cube c square d5 okay. A square b cube c square d5 all are powers. A square b cube c power 2 d power 5 in a plus 2b minus a plus 2b minus 3c plus 2d plus 5 to the power of 16 Again I am repeating the equation. A plus 2b minus 3c plus 2d plus 5 power 16. So what is the n value? 16 is the n value. Okay. When you are getting n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4 plus n5, so you will be having 5 values because we are having a, b, c, d and e is also there, but it is not visible. That is, fifth term is also there. Okay. Summation of all these values must be equal to 16. Okay. So take the n1 values, that is n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. What is n1 value? Tell me the n1 value. N1 value is 2. N2 is 3. N3 is 2. N4 is 5. N5 is N5 value. Right, check with the summary. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 5, 12. N value is 16. 16 minus 12, what is the value? N5 value is 4. Okay. Now substitute the values in the equation, that is that particular formula n factorial by n1 into n2 into n3 into n4 into n5 x power n1, right, x power n1 plus y power n2 plus z power n3, that is a power n1 plus 2b power n2 minus 3c power n3 plus 2d power n4 5 power n5. Okay. So once you are substituting these values, you will be getting your final answer after simplification. Right? Clear? Diagram ID is clear? So you have to substitute the values into x1, x2, x3, that is n1, n2, n3. Those values you need to substitute, then you will be getting your answer. That is our solution. Right. So with this your third unit first half is completed. So still if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can raise the questions for next 5 minutes. Right. So if you don't have any queries, we can wind up the session. You can stay up to the time what is specified for you. Just I will be leaving if you are not having any doubts. Okay.